Okay, so we had created this simulation in a previous video. Okay, another part of assignment two is that you have to produce a technical report. Now, SolidWorks basically does this for you. Whenever you've run a simulation, on your simulation toolbar up here is a report function. Okay, so you can select that. But before we do that, there's a couple of other things in here that you can have a look at, like section clipping. You can take sections and show certain areas. You can save as certain views as picture files. Okay, but if I just want to go to report, okay, so this box comes up. Okay, so I want to make sure all of these are ticked. Okay, so description, it'll give assumptions made, model information, units, material properties, loads and fixtures, mesh information. Okay, so all that should be ticked. Okay, and then there's an appendix if you want to include that. Okay, so designer. Okay, so I can put in my name, company. Okay, so Southern Regional College. Okay, you can put in a web address, logo. So if I can browse for the logo, um, so I've just saved the SRC logo somewhere. Yeah, so open. Okay, and I can put in an address. So phone number, fax. Okay. Um, then there was a description. You can put in a description of what it is. Document name. Okay, so I can change this. This is just what it was called, what I called it here, linkage simple simulation one. So I can call it let me see, linkage structure analysis. Okay, and then publish. Okay, so this will generate automatically and go to a Word document. Okay, it may take a little while. So you should save the SRC logo and you should include that in your report. You should also include your name, um, a title of it, and you should ensure that all those options were ticked for the report. Okay, so now you can see this has generated a report with all of these sections. I have the logo, Southern Regional College, Patrick Street, Newry. You can add more things in there. I didn't put in a phone number or anything like that, but there you go. It adds that. Shows a screenshot of your part, the date, who did it, my name, the name of the study, analysis type of static. Okay. Assumptions, it lists the assumptions. It was treated as a solid body, volumetric properties, it gives the mass, the volume, the density, the weight. Okay, where it was saved. Analysis type, so this is the study properties. Okay, mesh type, solid mesh, it was static. Um, okay, there's stuff there for thermal effects and stuff like that. We didn't look at that. The units, okay. Um, Then it goes on to material properties. We had selected alloy steel. Obviously, that will be different for whatever material you pick. Um, it's given the yield strength, tensile strength, elastic modulus, Poisson's ratio, mass density, shear modulus, thermal expansion. That's all taken from SolidWorks. You don't have to put any of that in. Loads and fixtures. Okay, so which end was fixed? It's saying this face here was fixed. Okay, which end the force was applied to? It was here. Okay. Not sure why that's not all coming up. Um, the mesh information. It was a solid mesh. Okay, so we just basically hit run and mesh. We didn't really change anything there. This is the mesh here. Okay. Resultant forces. Let's solve this for you. Basically shows our wee screenshot where this is when we change. So this is after I changed it. Okay. In your assignment, you're expected to do this the first time you run the simulation. When you've changed it, run it again, and the report should include both. Okay, so it should be a combination of both. Or if you run it a third time to try and improve it again. Okay, so one, you need to make sure the simulation works, that you've fixtured it right, you've applied the load in the right face and in the right direction. So you need to include, if you run it 3 times, you included the 3 times and it'll show for each one. So if I had included the previous one, we would have showed really high stress here. Okay. So then we have, that was stress, displacement, and this was strain. Okay. Then there is an area for conclusion where you will have to add your own conclusion. So I'm just going to share the actual assignment brief. Okay. So you have to open the model of the Conrod, which you created in assignment 1, apply a load of 200 newtons, okay, and produce a technical report. Material is going to be aluminium 1060 alloy. Use appropriate fixtures and loads. Then you would modify it to reduce the overall weight and material usage, be that pockets, ribs. You don't alter the outside dimensions. You'd update the drawing that you produced in assignment 1 and showing the changes and save as a PDF. Okay, then you'd upload all that to Moodle. Run another simulation of the updated component where you have reduced weight, possibly added ribs or pockets, and compare the results. The next part then is creating the technical report. So this is what we need: assumptions, model information, material properties, loads and fixtures, mesh information, study results, and conclusion. So they're all things that you just tick when you go to create your report and it populates it for you. You will have to write your own conclusion. It's important. It should highlight any improvements that you made or that you would make. So if you've done the simulation once or twice, or maybe a third time, talk about that, how it improved. Did it reduce the stress? Did it reduce the weight? And then upload your report. Okay, so it's quite straightforward to do, and it automatically puts it into this format for you and saves it into a Word document. So make sure you have all the relevant information in the header. Your logo, your name is going to be here, address of the college, all that good stuff. Okay.